Tonight, President Trump took to the House floor to deliver the State of the Union address, a speech that wrapped up about a half hour ago.
24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Alvin in studio now with some of the president's talking points and the message that he was trying to get across, Rick.
And some reaction. We've got a lot for you. First, the president talked about what he sees as accomplishments in his first 2 years. Cutting regulations, increased energy production, passing a farm bill, more. He cited cutting taxes, strengthening the military. He very pointedly said, quoting here, "America will never be a socialist country," a comment aimed at some members of Congress who have called for more government programs, including Medicare for all. But the president started out by talking about what he says is an opportunity for cooperation. Talked about how the economy is strong, but reserved a good deal of the speech to talk about immigration, border security, and yes, the wall.
The decision is ours to make. We must choose between greatness or gridlock, results or resistance, vision or vengeance, incredible progress or pointless destruction. Tonight, I ask you to choose greatness. The U.S. economy is growing almost twice as fast today as when I took office, and we are considered far and away the hottest economy anywhere in the world, not even close. Unemployment has reached the lowest rate in over half a century. Congress has 10 days left to pass a bill that will fund our government, protect our homeland, and secure our very dangerous southern border. Now is the time for Congress to show the world that America is committed to ending illegal immigration and putting the ruthless coyotes, cartels, drug dealers, and human traffickers out of business.
The Democratic response followed. It was from Stacey Abrams, the Democratic candidate for governor in Georgia last year, and she took the president to task for the recent government shutdown.
Making livelihoods of our federal workers a pawn for political games is a disgrace. The shutdown was a stunt engineered by the President of the United States, one that defied every tenet of fairness and abandoned not just our people, but our values.
Shortly after the president wrapped up his address, we got reaction from Lakeshore Congressman Bill Huizenga, a Republican, who said the president's focus on the economy and immigration struck the right tone.
Immigration is not the whole story. It is a very robust economy in our area, and the acknowledgement that we need to have a legal immigration system that brings in folks to this country is an important thing in our area where we have very tight labor forces. Being a border state like Michigan is, having what was NAFTA or the USMCA be an important part of that conversation of how we keep our economy moving, and trade element in that is very important as well.
U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow issued this statement, quote, "I am deeply concerned about the direction of our country reflected in the president's address this evening. We need to come together and find bipartisan solutions on issues important to Michigan, like fixing our nation's infrastructure, lowering the cost of health care, and keeping jobs in the United States." You're going to hear a lot more reaction as we get into tomorrow. I mean, a couple of things that you take away. One is the president did strike a tone that for much of the speech talked about cooperation. Question is, where do you find compromise, particularly on a big issue like immigration? And even if there was something compelling in that speech for Democrats and others to say, yeah, maybe we can find cooperation, the looming issue of defunding government in 10 days is really going to put pressure on both of them. And if they can't come up with some kind of a deal, we're going to be on the verge of another shutdown. And if that happens, it's going to be very hard to find that cooperation, I think.
Yeah. All right. Clock's ticking.
You bet.
Thank you, Rick.